Hey, here, Gridiron Football Media Day 2024. Here with Coach Powell, Amite High School. Coach, what's going on, baby?
Good to see you again.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us here.
Always. Look, Coach, we're going to dive right into it.
Okay.
Tell us about some of the things you guys have been doing this summer, getting prepared for the 24 season.
The biggest thing for us has been the weight room and conditioning, also some character building as well, too. But just going back to our weight room, we in the month of June, we're on a 3-day work week, and in the month of July, we're on a 4-day work week. So a lot of those days, we spend ample enough time in the weight room, and then outside of that is speed development and conditioning, and also special teams installed, and offensive installed and defensive installed as well.
Yes, indeed, man. We had a chance last year to come check you guys out, me and Andy, man. Man, great job of having the guys coming in and transitioning in and off the field, man. I saw one thing you did. I actually kind of took it to as I was coaching, man. You basically telling guys what to do if an injury happens, how to get off the field, how not to come on the field if something goes on and possibly get themselves kicked out the game. All of those are things that some people doesn't even realize that's important in the game. So I mean, being able to see that, man, gave me a big respect for you as a coach, knowing that you knew all the little detail that may happen in the game and always having them ready for any situation that takes place, man.
Well, you the last phrase that you said out of your mouth is situational football.
Correct.
And that's something, from the NFL, collegiate, something that I picked up from pointers from guys that I know that, that coach, in those leagues, in those areas. The more that professionals know, the more that the collegiate players know, the more that the high school players know in certain situations, a lot of times, you're going to be successful. Whether taking a timeout, what are you supposed to go during a timeout? If it's an injury, what are you supposed to go during the injury? Hey, 2-minute drill, where are you supposed to be at? You know what I'm saying? So from even if you're on the field or off the field, how we go in at halftime, how we come out at halftime. All of those things matter, not just with players, but also coaches too. The situation, I have to coach. We coach our coaches. Well, I coach my coaches on situational stuff. It's coaches that what we need to do. If something does happen on the football field, who's going out to take care of it? Coaches is on the sideline. How are we monitoring all of that stuff? So,
man, that's big.
So situational football
real impressive to me. And all the kids understood what to do. Like you said, the coaches, everybody kind of knew what to do, and obviously when those situations happen, man, you understand those situations. Man, tell us about this past spring and some of the things y'all was able to get done.
Sure. This spring, we actually did our spring fest again. We usually go and right about 3 to 4 teams to come do a little spring scrimmage with us, and we did that this past year. We had LaRonja High School, who's a local parish high school that's adjoined to us, and then we had South Plaquemines High, and then Salmon High. We had a 4A team to come up, a 5A team to come up, and then a burgeoning 1A school to come up to South Plaquemines too. So just kind of did like a little round robin of football with those guys. Did some situational work with them as well too. We were able to play, everybody, before the bottom fell out, with all the rain, But just for us personally, as a team wise, something that we put an emphasis on this spring was being able to actually throw the football. We have a senior quarterback that's coming back in Jeremy Franklin that we feel is going to have a good breakout year. Kid is being recruited. He's a little undersized, but hopefully he'll hit his growth spurt. But there's some small FCS schools that's looking at him, some HBCU schools that's looking at him as well. And plus, on the perimeter, with our guys that's playing receiver, we have some guys that we feel that can, give us some advantages in some games. So that's something that we wanted to work on during the spring, and it came to fruition for us in the spring game because you guys were actually there, kind of recorded it a little bit, and that's something that that was evident, once we started playing.
How many seniors did you lose from last year?
We lost 20. We lost 20 seniors last year, and we got another group of 20 that's coming back.
Okay. So that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good senior number. Get 20 of them. Especially back to back. Tell about some of the guys that may have not had big roles last year that may be stepping into some big roles this year for you guys.
Yeah, coming up, our running back and Malcolm Patrick. Malcolm was actually third on our depth chart last year behind Christian Smith and Darian Martin at running back. But he actually ended up starting the last 3 games of the season for us last year because those other 2 guys, we had to put them on defense, to help play outside linebacker or safety. So his role is going to increase a whole lot more. Jimmy Hunt, who's going to be a senior receiver for us, about 6'1", about 180, 185 track kid. His development is going to be very important to us. To Brylan Buchanan, athlete, four-sport kid: football, basketball, track, and baseball. We're looking big things out of him. Up front, our offensive line is grown. Last year we played two freshman guards, and those kids, the first high school football game they saw, they played in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So their development has been critical for us for the offseason. So we're super excited about those two kids. And then defensively, we're replacing pretty much all of our linebackers. We're looking at Osvaldo Razo that's going to come in. He's going to be a junior. He's going to be playing an inside backer for us. On the outside of Jaden Kelly, another kid that's going to be playing outside linebacker. And then we have a safety, I think, that's going to be a sleeper for us. His name is Cameron Madison. Cameron is about 6'2", about 170, 175 right now. So we're looking out for big things out of him. And then our returning cornerback in Franklin Morgan. Franklin's been starting for us since his freshman year. He's poised to really have a breakout season this year. We're super excited about him.
Good deal. Let's talk about some of the scheme-wise. It's some of the things we'll see offensively, defensively. I heard you mention about throwing in a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, offensively, coach, we're a little bit of mix of Air Raid, we're a little bit of mix of Gus Malzahn, we're a little bit of mix of Art Briles. When that's something we kind of studied Art Briles a little bit in University of Tennessee's offense a little bit, because University of Tennessee they're true to form when I say that they're Art Briles as far as like stretching the field and using sideline to sideline, pretty much kind of stretching the defense out. So we kind of looked at it a little bit, gonna try to implement not a lot of concepts, but like maybe one or two concepts that they do. We still want to be able to run the football. If we can get a light box, we want to try our best to try to run the football with some inside zone. Traditional gap scheme stuff with some power, with some counter and some kicks. Also some pin and pull scheme stuff as well too. Defensively, our base is a 4-2-5, but I know a lot of times, you got to come out of that 4-2-5, so you have to be multiple a little bit. So our kids, we're going to learn the 4-2-5, and also we're going to get on the 3 front as well too.
Okay, so man, and I guess that'll go off of formations, teams you're playing, stuff like that when you want to mix it up.
Exactly.
Always good to have. Tell us about the schedule that you guys have this year. Is it normally hard for you to schedule games? I know this is the new cycle. Or you can find games pretty easy. The games y'all look for.
It's kind of a medium mix. But for us, it's really not too hard to find games.
Okay.
But you just start off when I schedule, like we scrimmage John F. Kennedy. They're a team out of New Orleans that's really starting to get on the rise. They're in that district with not in that district, but they play your Cars and your Warren Eastons and all those teams. So we're looking forward for that challenge. Then the week after in our jamboree, we actually host our jamboree this year. It's going to be Amite High, John F. Kennedy. They're actually coming back. Kennedy, they're going to play against Kentwood, and then we're going to be playing against a state champion from last year, Southern Lab.
Okay.
We've been playing Southern Lab in the jamboree since I got to AD, since 2015. So we'll be playing Southern Lab in the jamboree, and then we open up against Franklinton, and then after that we travel to Hammond High, and then we play a traditional rival in Independence. Week 4 we go to St. Helena, and then week 5 we play Kentwood. And then once we get off into the district schedule, you're looking at Bogalusa, you're looking at Pine, you're looking at Albany, you're looking at Springfield, and you're looking at Jules Sumner.
Okay.
That's pretty much our schedule.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty stiff schedule right there. Yeah, pretty good stuff. So could you tell me about some of the admins? How they've been over there? How's that support been?
Well, our principal and our athletic director, they're good as gold. Any and every way that they can help me, they do. Dr. Ford, he's been our principal there. It's like for the last 6 years. We actually met earlier in the week. Talking about stadium improvements. Just kind of grounds improvements around our stadium as well too. So whatever he can do, to help us, he can. Our athletic director, Coach Pierre, she's all in with football. She's all in with sports. Because she's actually our head girls basketball coach too. Okay. So any way that she can help us. We're limited on resources. Our parish, it's 7 high schools. We're not a like the schools out in Texas or some of the schools like your Zachary's and some that's kind of independent. They kind of do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So but we make it work. We're traditional power when it comes to football. But the support. It's there. I would like for it to get a little bit on the level of a. Like a Zachary, or on the level of kind of like the stuff that they're doing at a Central right now, or even down at Edna Carr. with some of the things that they're doing. But it's, I'm knocking on doors and I'm sending emails and I'm making calls and saying, hey, look at what they're doing or whatever. So, but I mean, it is what it is, but we make it work.
I'm not, man. Y'all put out numerous of great athletes that went on to the collegiate level. Some of them even went to the NFL. A lot of those guys, man. How their support and those guys coming back around, basically pouring back into the.
They're always back. They're always back. Devontae Smith. His little brother just graduated. He played for me. Yeah. Just graduated, and he's actually going to be playing football and baseball at Alcorn. Coming up in the fall, but. Devontae, he's always back. He's always back, like working with our receiver groups. Giving them tidbits here and there. He actually shares some stuff. That they when he was in Alabama, stuff they was doing in Alabama, and now stuff that they're doing currently at the Philadelphia Eagles. So, he's always back. Tyrus Wheat that plays for the Dallas Cowboys. He has actually a younger cousin that plays D-line, and he comes whenever he's home. He's in the weight room with us, working out or doing conditioning with us, working out. And a lot of our kids is in college right now. A lot of them, when they're on break, they're in the weight room. They're back working. They're passing on tidbits. Showing us skills and drill things that they're doing. So, our alumni base, they come back and they give their time, big time.
So it got to be big for those young guys to be able to see those guys, because a lot of them probably have those same goals and aspirations to be on that level. So to be able to see it and be able to touch those guys and be able to hear from those guys, man, always got to be a great feeling to have those guys come around.
And then plus two, a lot of those guys collegiate, they're actually related. A lot of them, my younger brother or my younger cousin, or that's my nephew, or so. I mean, because Amite is a small town, small community. So I mean, that's big for them.
Good deal. Is there anything else you would like to say to the Amite Warriors family out there?
The biggest thing for us, we're chasing state championship number 7. The last 2 years, we came up short. In 2022, we ended in the semifinals, and then last year we finished in the quarters. So, but and it's a new challenge for us. We're actually leaving from the public school side of the playoffs to the private school side of the playoffs.
You'll be selected. Okay.
Yeah, our parish,
why is that? Why is that being
it's our parish actually. We have magnet schools now.
Okay.
So like our magnet school, we're actually a STEAM school: science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So
that meaning that y'all can pull from kids that's not even inside the district lines per se.
Per se, but we don't get any kids. we don't get them. But to the LHSA, they just see open enrollment. They just see magnet programs or whatever. But either way, whether we're public or private, I mean, our goal is still try to win state championship number 7. So, and it's something that we're working hard to do every day. We're not going to make any excuses or cry about spilled milk or whatever. Our goal is to try to be on Poetry Street December 12th, December 13th, and December 14th.
There it is.
Yep.
Well, Coach, man, glad to have y'all. Like always, we'll be following you guys, man. We'll be supporting Amite over here at Gridiron, and we look forward to watching y'all go through district and y'all roll to the dome this year.
Yes, sir. We hope so.
If there's anything that we can do, let us know over here at Gridiron Football.
Yes, sir.
You're here with Gridiron Football Media Day 2024. Stay locked in.